Many of us know this feeling well. You decide to make a change. Perhaps you want to stop eating junk food, or maybe you aim to reduce screen time. You feel determined, ready for a new start. For a day or even a week, things go well. You stick to your plan with focus. Then an old urge resurfaces strongly, and the bad habit creeps back in. This cycle can be very frustrating. You might wonder why it is so hard. You might blame yourself for a lack of willpower, or think you are not disciplined enough. Many people experience this same pattern. It is a common human experience. You resolve to change, you try your best, then you find yourself back where you started. It can feel like a constant battle. This is not just about being weak. Repeating bad habits is not always a willpower issue. Our brains are wired in specific ways. Let's explore how these habits truly form. All habits, good or bad, follow a simple pattern. Scientists call this pattern the habit loop. It has three main parts that work together. These parts are the trigger, the behavior, and the reward. Understanding this loop is like finding a secret code. It helps you see how your habits operate. Once you see the pattern clearly, you can start to change it effectively. The first part of the loop is the trigger. A trigger is like a signal or a cue. It tells your brain to start a certain behavior. Triggers can be many different things. It could be a specific time of day or a particular place you're in. An emotion you feel, like stress or boredom, or even the presence of certain people. The trigger starts the automatic habit sequence. Next comes the behavior, the second part. This is the actual habit itself. It is the action you perform. Finally, there is the reward, the third part. The reward is the benefit you get from the habit. Our brains are incredibly powerful organs. One of their main jobs is to be efficient. They are always looking for ways to save energy. Thinking and making decisions require effort. So the brain tries to automate common tasks. This automation is a key feature of how we operate. It allows us to perform actions without conscious thought. This frees up mental resources for other things. Your brain is a master of efficiency. Habits are essentially these automated shortcuts. When you repeat an action many times, your brain learns to do it automatically. It does not need to think through each step. The action becomes ingrained, almost instinctual. This process is known as chunking. The brain groups a sequence of actions into a routine. This routine can then be performed on autopilot. It is a very smart way to manage daily life. Think about learning to drive a car. At first, every action needs full concentration, but after months or years of practice, driving becomes largely automatic. Section 4. The deep grooves. Why bad habits cling on. Every time you perform a habit, you are strengthening a specific path in your brain. These paths are made of connections between brain cells. These are often called neural pathways. Think of them like trails in a forest. The first time you walk a new trail, it is hard. You have to push through bushes and unclear ground, but each time you walk that same trail, it becomes clearer and easier to follow. These neural pathways become the brain's default routes. When a trigger appears, your brain quickly finds this path. It is the easiest, most familiar way to respond. The more a habit is repeated, the deeper the groove. This makes the signal travel faster and more efficiently. Your brain prefers these well-established roads. It is like water flowing down the path of least resistance. This is why habits feel so automatic. Your brain is simply taking the familiar highway. This is why just stopping a bad habit is so difficult. You're essentially trying to ignore a deeply carved path. Section 5. Rewriting the script, building better habits. The good news is that brains are adaptable. This is a concept known as neuroplasticity. You can change these patterns over time, you can weaken old neural pathways, and you can build new, stronger ones. Breaking a bad habit is less about stopping, it is more about replacing it with a better one. You need to create a new positive loop. This involves conscious effort and strategy. Lasting change is absolutely possible for everyone. The first step is to clearly identify your triggers. What specific cue starts your bad habit? Is it a time of day, like after dinner? Is it a place, like your kitchen? Is it an emotion, like feeling stressed or lonely? Or is it something someone else does or says? Keep a journal for a few days. Note down when the urge for the habit strikes. Understanding your triggers is vital. It is the starting point for making a change. Once you know your trigger, choose a new behavior.